Actually true. We all kind of do look similar.
I reckon.
Yeah.
We put a photo of us up together maybe from like a year and a half ago, and all the comments were like, "You look like sisters." I was like,
That's true. We kind of do. We do look
I'm
alike.
so dead. But I'm Lebanese Irish,
Really?
so go figure.
Wow, you do not look Irish. I see Lebanese.
Yeah, it's because there's not enough Irish to make a splash. All that
Exactly.
ethnic genes just takes over.
Comes through.
But A Little More is such a beautiful song.
Thank you.
It's gorgeous, but it's also very like scary, honest lyrics. That's like really kind of putting your heart out into a song,
Yeah.
which is hard to do in real life to one person, let alone put it out for the world to listen to.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I think it's one of the most vulnerable songs I've put out. That sounds very dramatic, but it's super personal. It's one of those songs that like is so direct to the person that it's about, but hopefully also like relatable to other people.
Yeah.
And it's like that period in time when you're in a relationship and you're like so consumed by that person in a good way, but then you're also kind of scared that they'll get bored of you, or that insecure side comes out. So that's what that song is.
It's all part of growing up, baby girl.
Yeah,
You gotta go through the whole like having another person and making it work and giving of yourself and being honest.
Yeah,
Much scarier than just being alone, but highly recommended in the end, I would say.
I think so too. It's nice to share to share a part of yourself with
And to be
somebody.
known by somebody, like especially for you, who you live this, and you do a really good job, I think, of keeping your personal life personal, not kind of, you give enough of yourself, but it's not like, here is me on the toilet and here is me doing everything. But I think it's a beautiful thing to be vulnerable enough to put yourself in a position where someone kind of sees the ugly side of you, even though that's scary, right?
I agree. I think so, and even to see that side of someone else too.
More of my chat with Alessia Cara after this. This is her amazing performance of Growing Pains live and acoustic at Ashland and Live HQ.
Make my way through the motions, try to ignore it, but home's looking farther the closer I get. Don't know why I can't see the end. Is it over yet? A short leash and a short fuse don't match. They tell me it ain't that bad. Now don't you overreact. So I just hold my breath. Don't know why I can't see the sun when young should be fun. And I guess the bad can get better. Gotta be wrong before it's right. Every happy phrase engraved in my mind. I've always been a go-getter. There's truth in every word I write. But still the growing pains, they're keeping me up at night. And I can't hide, 'cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. And I can't hide, 'cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. I try to mend what's left of my content and comprehension as I take on the stress of the mess that I've made. Don't know if I even care for grown, if it's just alone. Yeah. And I guess the bad can get better. Gotta be wrong before it's right. Every happy phrase engraved in my mind. I've always been a go-getter. There's truth in every word I write. But still the growing pains, they're keeping me up at night. And I can't hide, 'cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. And I can't hide, 'cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. It's starting to look like Miss Know-It-All. Can't take her own advice, can't find pieces of my peace of mind. I cry more than I want to admit, but I can't lie to myself, to anyone, 'cause phoning it in isn't any fun. Can't run back to my youth the way I want to. The days my brother was quicker to fool. AM radio, not much to do. Use monsters as an excuse till I awake. Now the monsters are the ones that I have to face. No band-aids for the growing pains. Ah, yeah. No. band-aids for the growing pains.
With Alessia Cara, this is part 2. We had her live in studio.
Let's go! Hey guys, it's Alessia Cara.
London live.
The album is so very exciting. Is that song going to be on the album?
Yes.
That's wonderful. Is this because both of these songs, Growing Pains and that song, are like you're properly singing them. They're like vocal songs, which I think is wonderful. And there is like so much honesty and authenticity. It's like a diary entry, I think, both of those songs. Is that kind of an example of what the rest of the album is going to be like?
I think so, yeah. I've never really spoken about myself that personally, especially on like the last album. All those songs, of course, were true to me in my life, but they were more like socially conscious, more directed to the listener. And I think these songs are still directed to the listener, but it's in a way where I speak about myself and my experiences a bit. But I don't ever want it to be an album of just my experiences. I want it to be about like your experience and the person next to you's experience, because I think the human experience is very similar, very universal. So,
absolutely.
It is about me, but I think it's about everyone too.
And how do you, because you're still so young, how do you get to a point where you know that you are experiencing real life and letting yourself properly live and not live in this bubble of fame or music, and have those real authentic experiences so that you can actually properly learn those lessons and grow up? Because so often we see people, you know, like in your position where they live in this bubble, but I get the sense that you really don't.
No, because I don't like it. I think, and I'm always so conscious every single day of not getting stuck in that, because I've seen other people who are, and I guess it's hard not to, because this is such a 24/7 lifestyle. It becomes not only your job but your life. You know?
Yeah.
So it's hard to not, I guess, but for me, it's so important to consciously carve out moments in every single day to just have for me, and to have like just personal experiences and relationships and just things that are outside of music.
And knowing, like, you've already put out one album, so you kind of have a sense of how crazy it's going to get once. Because people might not understand. You don't just put out the album and then, like, fingers crossed, hope for the best. But you do a promo tour, which can be, like, 4 continents. Then you tour the album and you play and you meet. It's so all-consuming and so exhausting. Yeah. How do you mentally and, like, spiritually and physically and emotionally go into that process? What will you do differently? Is it like, I'm gonna, get more rest, or I'm going to do less traveling or do less dates, or are you just gonna just totally jump in and be exhausted for a year of craziness?
Well, I'll probably still be exhausted because I'm doing the same amount of work. Actually, same amount of work, honestly. But I think the difference now is that because I'm more conscious of how important like self-care is, it's just finding moments in those days, although they are busy, to just check on yourself a little bit. Because it's so easy to just get so consumed by work that you forget to eat or sleep or, just do little things for yourself. So now I'm starting to be more conscious of like, okay, do I need 5 minutes? Or when I get back to my hotel room, like just use my time wisely.
Get a pizza from room
take
service.
a bath, meditate.
Take a bath and have the pizza in the bar.
Yes, oh my goodness, yes.
That's living.
Yeah.
And with the album, are there going to be some collaborations on there? Because everyone wants a piece, and we know you've done so many collabs in the past.
Yes, everyone's going to be disappointed, but no.
That's not disappointing.
I hope
that's
not.
Exciting.
I hope not, because I know we live in a collaboration era. So everyone wants me to collab, but honestly, it wasn't for any conscious reason other than the fact that I just wrote the album and felt like it was good on its own, and maybe on some remixes, who knows?
You
but
can
right
always
now,
have a DJ Khaled remix of your song later.
Just shouting over my lyrics.
Father of Assad while you're like singing.
Can you imagine over a little more? Please say you'll never get bored. They don't want you to get bored.
We the best.
Honestly,
awesome.
That has to happen now. Just
Done.
for that.
Well, matey, you know we love you, right?
I
hope you feel the love
too.
here.
I really do. I actually genuinely love being here.
Thanks for coming in, and we can't wait for the album.
Thank you. I hope you like it.
I
hope so.
If you want to see all the pictures and videos of our puppy party with Alessia Cara, get around our socials at Ash London Live.